Have you ever wondered why Napoleon Bonaparte, one of history's most powerful military and political leaders, is often remembered as a man of short stature? The answer lies not in the physical reality, but in a fascinating tale of misinterpretation and rivalry between two nations. Napoleon Bonaparte, the French statesman who dominated European affairs from the early 19th century, was actually of average height for his time. His height, recorded as 5 feet 2 inches in French measurements, translates to approximately 5 feet 7 inches in modern international units, or about 170 centimeters. Far from being short, Napoleon was actually slightly taller than the average Frenchman of his era. So, where did the myth of Napoleon's shortness come from? Well, it's a story of two systems, the French and the British. You see, in the early 19th century, France and Britain used different systems of measurement. The French foot, or pied de roi, was longer than the British foot. A French foot was approximately 12.79 inches, while a British foot was only 12 inches. This difference might seem small, but it quickly adds up when you're measuring a person's height. When the British translated Napoleon's height from French to British measurements, they didn't account for this discrepancy. As a result, Napoleon's height of 5 feet 2 inches in French measurements became 5 feet 2 inches in British measurements too. This translation error made Napoleon seem shorter than he actually was. The British, who were at war with France for much of Napoleon's reign, were happy to perpetuate this misunderstanding. It served their purpose to belittle their formidable adversary, both figuratively and literally. Now, let's bring all the facts together. Napoleon Bonaparte, contrary to the popular myth, was not a short man. He stood at around 170 centimeters, or 5 feet 7 inches in modern international units, which was considered average, if not slightly above average, for a Frenchman in the early 19th century. The notion of Napoleon as a short man is a product of a measurement error and a bit of historical propaganda. So the next time you hear someone refer to Napoleon as a short man, you can set the record straight. Napoleon wasn't short. He was simply a victim of a historic measurement mix-up.